Welcome back to the Presence of Being podcast. Thank you for being here and for being a part of our community. I was out for a long run this morning, and for some reason, whenever I'm out for my runs, I connect so deeply with my vision. I feel it, I visualize the things that I see for myself, and I just get so in tuned in the present moment whenever I'm out for my long runs. And I was thinking about all the things that I have now that I once wish I had. And it's not to say that I've achieved everything that I once dreamed. I've a lot of dreams and goals and things that I am working towards and things that I see for myself. Side note, notice that I say things that I see for myself. And when I make TikTok videos and I talk about this kind of stuff like goal setting, I say the things that you see for yourself, the things that I see for myself, not the things that I want or the things that you want. Want implies lack. When you start articulating yourself differently, knowing that you already have the things that you want or they're already on its way to you, and you start feeling into that, the energy that you are embodying is one of have. It's already mine. It's already done. So that's just a little side note. I never say like, I want this. Like the things that I see for myself, the things that I know are on its way to me are already mine in some way, shape, or form. Like I already feel like they're mine. But anyways, that was a little bit of a tangent. But when I go for my long runs and I really connect to the present moment and really feel into my vision, and I get these thoughts and reflective thoughts and creative thoughts come about when you're in the moment on those long runs, I've noticed. And I was just thinking about my vision and feeling into it, like I said, and then I got home and I started to reflect, and I knew I wanted to make a podcast recording. And I was just thinking to myself, I'm on my run. I'm working towards building Presence of Being, this vision that I have for Presence of Being. And I just thought to myself, remember when you wanted the things that you currently have. I think it's so important to somewhat periodically reflect upon your current achievements, your present achievements, and how often we take those achievements for granted. And the question that I have for whoever's listening to this is, do you ever think back to a time where you wished for what it is you have right now? Now, this doesn't have to be anything massive. Just like I talk about all the time, if you want to take steps towards getting to your goals or getting to the places that you see for yourself, you don't need to take massive steps. You don't need to take giant leaps. As long as you're taking small steps consistently and you're making it real by acting upon it, you are going to make progress, and that will compound over time. So similarly, what are small things that you now have that you once wished you had? Maybe you didn't wish for it. Maybe you just thought to yourself, oh, this would be cool. And now you have it. Whatever it might be, do you ever think back to a time where you once wished or once hoped or once thought to yourself, oh, it would be nice if this happened, and now it happened, or it happened recently? Or do you ever think back to a time where you once wished, it would be really cool if I had this, and now you have it? And I was reflecting upon this in my own life and asking myself these questions, whether or not I ever take a second and actually be grateful for the things that I have in my life now that I once wish I had. And I don't do it often enough. And I think incorporating this gratitude practice into your life will only make you happier and realize that where you are right now in the present moment, like although you may not have everything that you once dreamed of having or everything that you dream of having now, but there's probably a few things in your life that you do have that you once dreamed of having, or thought to yourself, oh, it would be really cool if I had this or experience this. There's probably a few things that you can pinpoint and at least express some kind of gratitude towards it. And I know for a fact that this is something that I need to incorporate in my life more frequently also. And I was just reflecting and thinking about my time in school, for example. A few years ago, before I graduated, I always thought to myself, like, I can't wait until I get myself to a point where I just have the freedom to build what it is I want to build and create something of significance and put it out into the world and work towards something that I'm passionate about every single day. Because I didn't like waking up early and going to my school classes. Like that wasn't something that I enjoyed. I learned a lot, of course, but I couldn't wait until I got out of school, till I graduated, so I could pursue something that I'm passionate about and work towards something that I loved. And now I'm doing that. And of course, you're always going to put the goal marker or the finish line ahead of you once you achieve something or do something. And I think that's just how our brains work. We're always trying to improve and get better, especially if you have that ambitious character trait. You're always trying to improve and get better. But I'm literally doing the things right now that I once dreamed of doing. I'm working towards something every single day with passion and love, and I'm able to express myself and just work towards something that I see in my mind. And that's really cool. And it's something that I always dreamed of doing while I was in school a few years ago. Now, of course, there's more that I want. There's more that I dream. I want this to be a huge success, and I see it being a success in the sense that I see it impacting a lot of people in a positive way. Everything that Presence of Being is about, promoting looking inward rather than looking externally for fulfillment, being more present in your day-to-day life, and incorporating presence practices in one's daily life, and doing that by building the brand that is Presence of Being. And I mean, like, I'm still on this journey, right? Like, there's other things that I want to experience through the brand and through building Presence of Being and everything like that. The goal line just keeps on kind of moving along. But I'm literally doing what I dreamed of doing just a few years back. And that is waking up every single day knowing that I am working towards building my dream life and something that has so much significance to me, working on something that I'm passionate about. And sometimes I take that for granted because maybe I overlook certain things. I always want to continue to grow and continue to improve and get here and get here and get here. And I want to be there already, right? Of course, we all sometimes think this way. It's just about returning yourself back to the present moment and actually appreciating what it is you have achieved and where it is you are right here, right now. So as I've said, try to ask yourself this question a few times a week, a couple times a month, or more frequently if you can, of course, which is, do you ever think back to a time where you once wished or dreamed of having something that you have right now, whatever it might be? And can you express more gratitude, even in the smallest of ways, for that thing? So many people, they get something, maybe they appreciate it a little bit, but they're always on to that next thing. There's always more to achieve. There's always more to do. There's always more to get. And especially if you're ambitious, like, it's so easy to just kind of forget about past achievements because you want something more. There's always more to get. And in the world of social media, you see what other people are up to and what other people are doing. Maybe you feel like you're falling a little bit behind, or you're a little bit behind because you're comparing yourself to what other people are up to. And there's constantly more that you want to get. There's more you have to achieve. It's just important to bring yourself back to the moment and appreciate what you have achieved. Slow down for a sec. Take a deep breath and actually think about what it is you have right here, right now, where it is you once were. Even if you're 1% better than you were in the past, like, that's still improvement and still something to be grateful for. It doesn't matter how big of an improvement you've made or what it is you've achieved. If you've done something outside of your comfort zone, if you've taken a step in a more positive direction, if you're taking action in a more aligned way with who it is you want to be, like, these are all things to be grateful for. And you have to kind of block out the noise, screw the noise on social media and what other people are up to. You just have to focus on yourself and, kind of clap for yourself sometimes and just appreciate the fact that you have made progress. And that is a really, really good thing and something to be proud of yourself for. If you constantly want more and more and more and more, and You keep putting things up on a pedestal and you're kind of just waiting to feel happy or fulfilled until you get somewhere. Like if this is your mindset, and I've spoken about this before, but if this is your mindset, then you're never going to be fulfilled. Like you're never going to be happy because you keep on chasing something and waiting for something to happen to feel the way that you want to feel. But there's always going to be more. There's always more to achieve. There's always more to do. Stop waiting to feel the way that you want to feel when you can actually be here, be in the moment, and appreciate where it is you are, the kind of things that you have achieved. Write down the things that you have achieved. I'm such a big proponent of journaling and writing down, like actually physically writing down things that you have achieved, things that you have done, keeping a record or a document of how you're feeling and the kind of things that you're going through, the kind of things that one day you'd love to be able to look back and read and see the kind of progress that you've made. If you've done something that you know you're proud of and you're doing things that are more in alignment with who it is you want to be, document it, write it down. How are you feeling? Check in with yourself and be grateful for it. Express gratitude, write it down, journal it. We all have days where our confidence isn't the highest and maybe we're facing a little bit of resistance or we're going through a little bit of a rut, whatever the case might be. You're able to refer back to this journal and see the kind of things that you have achieved, which hopefully can provide a little bit of confidence and cheer you up a little bit. Like you have a record of the kind of things that you have done or the kind of things that you have in your life. And that hopefully can provide some confidence. You start to realize, you know what? Although I might be going through shit right now, my confidence isn't that high, I still have so much in my life to be grateful for. And you just see that document, you just see the journal, and you're like, you know what? Today isn't going the way I initially planned it to go, but I still have this, I've still done that, I've achieved that. I'm getting closer to who it is I want to be. I'm building myself up, I'm building towards something I'm passionate about, whatever the case is. And then you're in a better mood because of it. And you're more attuned to look for things in your life that you can express more gratitude towards. You're just looking for gratitude as you're going through the rest of your day. When you read that document, when you read that journal, when you're primed in this like gratitude mode, you just live your life, go throughout your day, interact with people, and you're just more positive. You're looking for good. You aren't looking for the bad like so many people look for. You're looking for the good. You're looking for more ways to be grateful, more things to be grateful for, which is a great way to live, isn't it? There are probably things that are right in front of you right now that you once wish you had that you now have, that right in front of you. Whatever it might be, a relationship, something that you're working towards, whatever it is, friendships, even external achievements, whatever it might be. Maybe it's inner peace. Maybe it's more fulfillment in the present moment. Maybe it's more joy for the fact that you know deep down you're a good person. You have a pure heart and pure intentions. And you know that you're just yourself. And you're not trying to be anybody else. You're just you and you're proud to be you. Whatever it might be. There are things right in front of you that you could be expressing more gratitude towards. And I think once you start expressing more gratitude towards those things and showing appreciation for those things, your life will change for the better. So that's really all I wanted to get across in this recording. Thank you again for being a part of Presence of being a part of our community. If you haven't yet subscribed to the YouTube where this will be uploaded, that would mean a lot, or a like or a comment. All of that stuff helps a lot. If you haven't left a review on the podcast or followed the podcast on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, wherever you're listening to this, if you enjoy these recordings, do all that good stuff. It definitely helps a lot. And if you want to grab a Presence of Being hat, you can go to presenceofbeing.co and represent what we're building here. Your support means the world to me. Thank you so much. I hope you have an incredible day wherever you are listening to this, and I will see you in the next recording very soon.